First of all, I want you to know, Jesus said, in this world, you will have tribulation. Then he said, be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. You get it? So when you see stuff that seems to be negative and, coming upon the world, that's not your portion. This world will only get worse and worse. You will get brighter and brighter, as darkness becomes darker that side. So don't be overwhelmed when some seemingly negative event is prophesied. That is not you. Those prophecies are meant to be a sign. You see, a prophetic sign. Let's first read something very fast. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 22. I'm led of God to read this. It says, wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe. The tongues are not a sign for you, but to them that believe not. Tongues are a sign to the unbeliever. But prophesying serveth or is a sign, not for them that believe not, but for them that believe. In other words, prophecy is a sign for you. Now you see, we'll go through it very fast and we start. If therefore the whole church be come together, we're not going to expound on a lot of these things, into one place, and all speak in tongues, and there come in those that are on land or unbelievers, will they not say that you are mad? Washara? If they come and everyone says, these guys are mad, Anyway, verse 24. But if all prophesy, this is to you, This is to this crowd here. How many? But if all prophesy, and there come in one that believeth not, an unbeliever. All one and land. In other words, a believer who does not know spiritual things. There are believers who are ignorant of spiritual things. Say, this is for instead of talking about Jesus, they're talking about prophecy. Where is Jesus in all these things? Is that the kind of person who's on land? When people are prophesying, they're saying, why aren't we winning souls to Christ? We will, but now it's time for prophecy. You see, those who are on land come in. Because sometimes they actually come in. They're here anyway. But if we all prophesy, and there come in one that believeth not, an unbeliever, or one on land, he is convinced of all. He is judged of all. Now, in other words, prophecy is both for the believer, to convince the believer and the unbeliever and the unlearned. Do you get what we're saying here? Prophecy is for all. To the unlearned, he says he's convinced of all, he is judged of all. Now notice what he does, verse 25. And thus are the secrets of his heart made manifest, and so falling down on his face, he will worship God. And report that God is in you, of a truth that God is among you. You see, one of the things that actually will convince anyone that the God you've been talking about is actually with you. For them to have a report card that God present, prophecy. That's what he says. That's what he says.